Hi friends, it's Miss Truesdale here, and I'm going to show you how to log in to RAZ Kids so that you can do some reading during our e-learning days or remote learning. So the first thing is go to RAZ, R-A-Z dash kids, KIDS.com or www.kids.a-z.com. They'll both take you to the same place, and it'll take you to this screen. What I find that some of us are doing is trying to go to member login. Don't do that. I want you to go to kids login down here and click kids login. And when you come here, you may have to type in my username, ytruesdale0, and then after you do that, it will look like this. And I'm going to sign in as a child. So you click your child's name, and then on a card in your packet, I gave you your child's password and a picture. So you'll put your child's password in, show them how to do it so they could get in. Push go. And then you will be in the place where you can begin reading books. Before I talk about reading books, I want to talk to you about some of the extras that are on here. Outside of my casting window, there's a green button that says Parents. That's where you could click and ask for permission from me to see your child's stats and their progress. And all you have to do is put in your email address and it'll send it to me. And since I'm at home doing e-learning, I'll probably get back to you really soon so that you can have access to your child's account as well. And up here are their stars, and their stars are the way that they earn credits and do buy things for their avatar and do fun things that motivate them to continue to read. So we want to allow them time to play on this, but we also want, when you're doing your direct instruction, to have time to read on here. So messages are a place where you could get messages from me or messages from RAZ Kids. Stats are how they're doing, what levels they're on. And their star zone is where they collect their stars. Now, where you want to be when you're doing instruction with them is level up. And I've placed everybody around where their level should be for working with an adult. And, oh, I went to the quiz. I don't want to be at the quiz. I want to be reading a book. Okay, so there are several options for reading the book. When you're working with your child, I would like for you to not have the program read it to them, because we want to do something called productive struggle. So their level is a place where they will struggle a little bit, and that's okay if somebody is there helping them along with the struggle so that they can develop good reading skills. And when they're reading by themselves, it's absolutely okay for them to be listening. But I wouldn't want them to take a test on that book unless you have listened to them read it by themselves to see if they are really using their strategy. So let me show you what productive struggle looks like. If you're level B, you may not know this sight word after. It's one of the last ones that we've introduced. So if they didn't know it, then we could ask them to stretch it or sound it out. Most of you guys are familiar with that strategy, sounding out. So can you sound it out? What sound does this first letter make? And you want them to say af, aft. And then hunks and chunks are something I'll talk about in the writing video too, but it is a video on YouTube, and it's a phonics video that has all the different combinations of sounds in cute little poems so the kids can remember them. So you don't know those poems, I understand that, but you can ask them, do you know a poem for er? And they might say er at the end of a word. Or they might not, and that's okay too. So we'll sound it out. Aft, after. See how I'm not separating each sound and going aft, er. That is commonly how children try to sound something out and they cannot hear the fluency that way. So I show them to go back to the first sound and add a sound on each time. And so you can use that strategy too. So it'd be af, aft, after, after. Correct, after. After school. If they don't know school, you can ask them to look at the picture. Where are they? Where are they? What word starts with sk? They could be a place that they are right now. And they will say school. After school is the title. This is a great place where you can find words that, if they didn't know them, that you could concentrate on in another lesson later on in the day, just to give you more things to do. And then this level B, relies a lot on pattern, which is fine. So they'll pick up the pattern, I like to, and then they'll have to have some productive struggle to figure out study. I like to, and a lot of the students will just stop and ask you to tell them the word, but we're not going to do that. We're going to say, tell me the sounds. What sounds? S, st. Look at the picture. What is he doing? St. Study, or they might not get there, but I want you to try to help them along with a productive struggle before you give them the word. Another feature that this has is they can press the word and they can hear the word study, which is a strategy that they can do after they have tried to sound out the word on their own. When they're reading by themselves, they can also highlight a word, and that way they know that they need to ask you for help with that word when you get back to helping them or reading with them at a later time. So they'll go, I like to study after school. I like to play is a sight word, so they should know that one, after school. I like to, duh. Look at the picture. What is she doing? Dance after school. I like to, they might not know what this picture is if they're not familiar with plays, but we can sound it out, use another strategy, act, act, act after school, and so on and so forth until you get through the book. And then after you've listened, you've read the book, and you've passed the quiz, then students will get the opportunity to move up. Thank you for learning RAZ Kids with me, and look forward to another video.